Hello everybody. How is volume? As always, how's volume? I changed stuff again. Been changing all the volume stuff. Volume is good, thank you. Yeah, last time sounded a little bit too loud. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Is this the Panda channel with Cutie Panda host? Maybe. Also, wait. Look, your chat is on top. But it's supposed to be at the bottom. But it's on top. But it goes to... let me fix this. Let me fix this. Also, I didn't have the fancy logo zoom. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm having this setup. Looks a bit fancier. Here. Oh, now it disappeared. Oh, now it's back. No. Not working. Jank. This is some jank. There's some jankiness. What if I change this? Oh, now it's at the bottom. Hey, let's go. Okay, I fixed it. Yeah, welcome everybody to the stream. How are you doing today? Welcome Soil Worker, welcome Fabo, welcome Yukine, welcome Espen, welcome Shane. Are you guys having a good day today? So how was my day, yo? I don't know. I have been playing with AI image and stuff. I downloaded everything and set everything up yesterday. And then I've been playing all night last night, and then today when I came home I started playing with it again, and it turned out to be pretty cool. Yomo heard about the new handlers on YouTube. Now you can be named Yomo TV Kappa. What? Please explain yourself. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so confused. I'm genuinely confused. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Maybe today I guess we'll talk a little bit about AI generation and stuff. So maybe I'll put on my glasses. I know nobody can redeem them, but I can put them on. Because this is not Twitch. I don't know how many of you have been trying AI and stuff. AI McDonald's cheeseburger. Oh my god, I'm so curious how that would look. I can't redeem this postcard. Postcard is never gonna come. I'm sorry, it's a scam. I made... Okay. Oh my god. I should make a redeem called Send Postcard. You redeem postcard, I make postcard. You redeem send postcard, I send. I send postcard. Redeems bully Yomo. You guys so rude. Please don't do that. Also, please don't try to redeem bully me on Twitch, because that's not gonna work because I didn't turn it on. So just in case if you're thinking about that. Hello Dark Thunder, welcome. Oh yeah, we've been talking about AI and stuff on Twitter. Yeah. Who is bullying? No one. We don't bully people. We don't bully people here. We're nice. We're nice. We don't bully anyone. Why do I feel like my frame rate is lacking a little bit? If I turn like this, slightly better, but looks worse. Okay, it's okay. You can deal with lacking slow, bad frame rate. It's fine. But yeah, how many of you have been trying AI and stuff? Because I thought it's like actually developing really fast. The whole thing started a long time ago. The whole thing started a long time ago, and I was I thought it was pretty cool, but it was like also pretty jank. But it went really fast. Everything developed really fast, and like a couple months ago, I heard it took 4 years to reach here. Yeah, but 4 years, it's so short. Like I like to use the camera analogy, right? So how many years does it take for people to develop a camera? That's so long time. I'm sure it's been a long time, but then the AI image generation started so fast. And now it's at the stage that it's actually really good. And so yeah, a couple months ago it was Midjourney and DALL-E 2, DALL-E 2, and they were like really good. And especially I think Midjourney is really good. I have made some art in Midjourney. It's a bit like you still get a lot of like things that you're not sure what they are and why they look like that. But as a tool for artists, you can totally have an idea and just like let the AI to generate it, and then you can finish the drawing, and then you can fix all the problems. You get a nice drawing. And I know there's a lot of people hate it because people all of a sudden, a lot of the skills that it takes people to make a drawing no longer applies. As in, like, I mean, you can still have the skills, but for people who don't have the skills, they can make equally looking results pretty easily, as close, very close kind of results. And then if you have some kind of idea, you would be able to make, like, if you have some skills, you would be able to make something that's actually legit. And that's scary, and a lot of people hate it. I'm trying to find like some of my Midjourney pictures, and like for me, I don't really like the amount of as in, like, I don't hate it, I don't love it, I don't have like any like I'm not passionate about like, oh yo, it's AI, it's the future. But also I don't hate it. I think it's really cool tool. I think it's a genuinely cool tool. It's becoming a mess between traditional artists and digital and AI. It's I mean people need to understand this is a tool. And a tool is made for people to use and like help people, you know? And I think earlier on Twitter I said, I was like, okay, this is like what people driving manual cars, and then there's this notion of, yo, that's superior, I know how to drive, I know how to actually drive a car, and people who don't drive manual gears don't actually know how to drive a car because that's just too simple, and you don't feel connected with the car. But then slowly you start to see, okay, it achieves the same results because like you get nice cars that's automatics, there's like pedal shifters and stuff, and it's start to get good. And you still have the people who say it's like not real, it's not it's not proper. But then now you have electric cars, and there is no more gear, or like, I think there's only one car. There's only the new Porsche has like 2 gears. So there's almost no more gears, and it's on its way to be obsolete. I mean, it's cool that you like it. It's cool that I mean, it's cool that you're passionate about it, and the skills are cool. But it just people no longer need the skills to achieve the same results. And I feel that's sort of similar for AI art to a degree, but because in the same way, I guess driving cars, you can drive it for fun. You can always have your manual car for fun. And in the end, it's people who drive from A to B no longer need the manual gears, because it's just the other one is just better for getting them from A to B. And if you want the manual gears, you will be actually liking that part. So to a degree, I think in the future, art, as in the type of art that the AI can make, is going to be as if like I make art manually by myself because I like the process. But if I'm running a company, I want to make a video games, I need some really quick characters for my game, I'm gonna generate it. Because I'm not getting, it's not an enjoyable process. I just want to get from A to B, and I want people to like the characters. So there will be people who are in, like, you know, character design is still gonna be a thing, but actually translating the design into art, into artwork, into images might take a very different type of skills, a different set of skills. Maybe it's going to be combining different skills. Maybe slowly it's going to get so precise and good, you won't need to touch your pen, because that's a completely different task. Creating a character, imagining an image, and actually painting an image is going to be two different concepts. But can AI make VTuber grade layering? Honestly, I don't doubt it. It needs time. So by like looking at the development right now, it's hard to say that it can't. Like, I found my very old Midjourney image. Oh, I think my microphone is peaking a little bit. Let me lower it a little bit. So I found my old Midjourney image. This one. What I did is I described Sophia. I described Sophia in Midjourney, and that's what I got out of it. And there's a lot of jank. A lot of things doesn't look quite nice. There's like weird missing ears. There's things that doesn't match up, and you know, when you think about it logically, things doesn't fit. There's hair floating in the sky that's not connected with the head. But as an artist, for me, like, for example, I really like this one, and I can take this one, I can enlarge it 10 times, and I can paint it correctly. I get the concept. So I started with an initial concept like sky and clouds and Red Panda girl with red hair and stuff. And maybe I had an idea about composition, maybe I don't. But the AI made some different suggestions. I'm like, okay, this one is good. I can work on it. So I think it's a great tool to, if you're like result oriented, if you want to achieve certain results without, as in like, you know, you might still like the manual painting. In that case, you would do that. If you don't bother about that part, you just want a picture, you have a tool that helps you do it much faster. I think a more appropriate comparison would be getting a driver for the car and say I drove to the place. Oh yeah, that's true. But then, I mean, like, getting a driver would be like hiring an artist, right? So it's like automatic drive, right? As in, like, imagine, I don't know how many years from now, it's probably faster than you think, maybe like 10 years, 20 years, maybe 20 years too far, 10, 15 years. let's say 80% of the car are driving by themselves, and the other 20% are people who like driving and have fun with it. And I'm like, I'm in for that future. I think that's cool. I love driving, so I might be driving most of the time. I like it. It's fun for me. I don't care other people if they're driving or not. I don't care. I don't care if other people are driving or not. I don't have this like burning passion of everybody should be driving their cars, because that's not the point. Taxi driver hate this simple trick. Oh yeah, so yeah, imagine you drive for people, and then all of a sudden all the cars are driving by themselves. They're much cheaper. You need a subscription to TeslaNet. You no longer need to hire anyone. So all the taxi drivers are out of work. But that's just how technology goes. And you have the people who enjoy doing that, and you have the people who need that done. And somehow, to a certain degree, maybe talking about art is it's the wrong way to put it. Maybe it's not art. Maybe it's like, image for a game, image for a character, image for a certain need. You no longer need to hire someone to do it. People who do it would be people who enjoy doing it. And yeah, I think that's a sensible way of thinking about it. And like, I don't know, maybe there's still gonna be like professional AI image creator. I think in the way people hate it might come from when you call it art and the definition of art. Like, you wouldn't call driving a taxi art, but you could call motorsport art. You could call Formula One art. But you wouldn't call the taxi driver and bus drivers art. I mean, I guess to a certain degree, if you really enjoy bus driving and stuff, I think, isn't that sensible way of putting it? And yeah, so a lot of people are angry because you're calling that AI making art, and in the eyes of them, they're like, no, this is not real art. But it does have the same result. I think also, like, if as an artist, how many of the artists out there are really enjoying the process? And how many of them are just wanting to make a good-looking result? Irresponsibly putting it, I think a lot of people out there, I wouldn't say like a majority or anything. I think at least a sizable amount of people out there, they only want good result, and they would call themselves artists, and they would be like not into practicing, and there are people tracing art, and they call themselves artists. They want good result, even though if they don't have the skills. So is that art? I think a lot of people are saying that's not. We all hate tracing, right? So honestly, for me, I actually don't care if people trace if you want a good result. But in that case, I'm also very result oriented. I drift wheelchairs is definitely an art. You drift for fun. You don't drift for lunch. If you drift for food, maybe you would consider automatic wheelchair drifter. I can see artists creating pseudonym try to testing AI art. Yeah, I mean, I dreamed for my soul, Luma. But yeah, I can see AI art. I think everybody should play with it. I think it's coming back to like okay, so let's think it like cameras, photos, and you have Photoshop, you have photo manipulation. So think it like back in the days, people paint portraits of rich people because they want the portraits taken and there's no photographs. People paint landscapes because they're pretty and there is no photographs. And then there is camera. And then all of a sudden there's no longer you no longer need to hire someone and sit in your garden, your fancy garden, for the whole afternoons for someone to paint a portrait of you. They just come and take a picture. And all of a sudden, all the people who are professionalized, or all the people who are professional in painting realistic portraits, are sort of out of job. And then people who paint landscapes start to paint like more expressively, I guess. It just doesn't start to make no sense to paint ultra realistic ones because you can take pictures. I think that might be the case in certain aspects. And then you start to have computer imagery, you have digital image, and then all of a sudden the photos, you can start to create more stuff based on the photos, and that becomes another type of art. And then taking photos is also a type of art. So I think it's kind of evolves. And to me, like, I don't know if all the things I said make sense. Maybe it's a little bit nonsense. But to me, art is like things that people enjoy, people find value in, and people find value in using certain tool to create stuff. And I drift, therefore I am. I saw someone getting mad. It was reducing barrier for entry, and that was yeah, but like I understand that type of thinking. I don't think it's good. I think it's like very counterproductive. I think it's very counterproductive. It's like, I'm driving taxis so many years, and all of a sudden all these people can drive their own car now. Lamar, what the fuck? What about all the training I did? They never got real training. They never got any, like, there's no content from them. But they get from A to B. And that's what that matters for them. And that's also what kind of matters for the society. Getting things done. Yeah, I lost track of what I was talking about. I think it's like definition of art. Like you put content in there. You put not content, but like you put values for yourself. You enjoy the creation of it. In that case, you can have AI art, but that would be a very different genre or a very different aspect, very different technique. It would be as different as watercolor painting comparing to photographing. If you're like, I don't know, if you're marker and watercolor and oil painting professional, you can paint the ultra realistic landscape, and I can go to the same landscape and take a picture, and we might have like almost similar result. But we can both understand, my art is my art, your art is your art. It has nothing to do with how similar the result looks like. So I can see people finding joy in, tweaking all the parameters, all the keywords, and how to create the image that is what they think it's cool based on text. As far as it is right now, later on there might be other kind of ways of creating images. It's ultimately different techniques of creating images. You can paint with your hand. You can take pictures. You can write words. That's just a new way. AI art as another tool for artists is great, e.g. to make backgrounds for a headshot. Yeah, I totally agree with this as well. Since you said backgrounds, this background behind me generated. I did that right before the stream. Library with some plants, I could totally hire someone to do it. I don't want to pay for that, that's too expensive. I could totally draw it myself. I don't want to do that, it takes too much time. I type in AI generator, a library, cute fantasy with some plants. Here it is. Anyway, the way I use it is gonna be blurred, so I don't even need it to be accurate or high resolution. So it's perfect. It's perfect for this case, and it adds value to the video because I needed to contribute to let's say if let's say streaming is kind of art. I need that piece of puzzle, that piece of resource to contribute to the art I'm making right now, and I only need the result of it. I don't need the process of making a beautiful art. And that's a lot of the situations that, and of course people get angry with, all of a sudden artists is out of work, but that's how technology goes, I think. For me, if it's evoking emotion and feelings, it's art. Don't care who did it and how. Yeah, I guess that's also, from a viewer's perspective. I was more talking from like artist and creator perspective, but definitely taxi driving could be art. Looking at all the taxi drivers, getting emotional. But yeah, it's definitely also makes sense. That's a different way of looking at it too, and it's just different type of art. They might have the same result, and then in this case they might be too similar, extremely similar, but still. I want the AI to read my mind and draw that. How okay, how fucked up is my mind? It would be concerning if AI reads it. Dark Thunder is 100% based, or based 100% agree. Yeah, I think that's totally logical way of thinking about it. And so I think that's my opinion, and I can understand people getting angry. If I am doing this for job, for work, I would be scared that, okay, this is going to take my job. But on the other hand, if I'm doing this for work, I should be at the forefront of this. I'm using this to eat dinner, to earn money to buy dinner. I would be the first one experimenting with this and putting it into my workflow. And I am doing it purely because I need food on my table. I can enjoy my little painting stuff off work. But for work, I am getting what the client wants. I am getting it fast. The faster I can do it, the better I can do it, the more money I make. So, that's completely different from I enjoy doing this, I am gonna do this, because that's the part that the part you enjoy. You can do it afterwards, or you can enjoy different stuff. If the way, the technique, the skills required to do something is become different, so that you don't enjoy it anymore, I guess it's time to reconsider your job. Maybe you like something else that still have the same kind of technique that you like. So I don't think this is going to be a problem for professional artists. I think the most current issue is intent and credit assignment. Yeah, that's actually really hard. I brought up this topic on my Twitter the other day, right? if I'm training AI art based on other people's art, do I own the result of this training? I think it's going to be very difficult to solve, and it requires legislation. I mean, in one way of looking at it, maybe it's going to end up every AI model has to be certified by an organization, so that you can't use or like you need to say which AI model you're using for certain art, and you can't just use whatever model. And each of the models need to have like, you know, pay the research, pay the data, and declare what data it comes from. And as a company, if you're gonna go commercial with this, you need to be precise about what model you're using, and those models need to be certified. But then, of course, off the commercial field, among all the kids playing, among all of us playing, we're gonna have models for everything. It's like I imagine it like what do you call those things? The pictures that you get from online with really exaggerated faces and stuff, and you can only use the stock images. I imagine it's like stock images. So, you know, people, if you use it commercially, you gotta use it from a stock image site. You gotta buy all the stuff, and we still off the, you know, casually with friends and stuff. I'm amateurish, and I'm not doing it. I'm not selling stuff. I'm gonna copy everything. I'm gonna Google images shit. I'm gonna crop out some random person from Google image. I'm gonna use it because that's what people do. I have the hardest test to prove if AI is art or no. Can it draw panda legs? If it can, then it's fake artist, because panda legs are impossible. Again, after the talk, I can show you some of the random generations I made for the past couple of hours. There was a lot of really cool ones. It sounds like a circus, navigating through copyright monetization and artistic freedom. Yeah, I mean, I think it ends up being very similar type of like conflicts that is gonna take forever to solve, that's gonna take different approach to solve in different type of environments, in different type of applications. So, and as of now, it's basically everybody's just doing whatever they see fit, because this is a new technique. As if, for example, coming back to photography, taking pictures of random people on the street. I think when camera just came out, you can just take whatever, because nobody even know what camera is, and you just take, if you have a fancy camera, I mean, you probably wouldn't waste the, you know, the film and stuff. Let's go a bit further. Let's say camera is a little bit more like popularized. You can take people on the street, take a picture of whatever you want, right? And then there's start to be laws and stuff involved, and because privacies and right now different countries have different laws. Some country says you're not okay to take pictures of people on the street. Some countries like if it's not identifiable, then it's okay. Some countries like if it's in a group of people, you're not intending to take one single person, and if it's in public, it's okay. Some countries like, oh yeah, if it's only if it's in public. If you're in the shopping mall, then it's private, then maybe not okay. And some countries like, you know what, I'm not gonna touch this, so we don't really have a law. You guys do whatever you want. So it's gonna be a thing that's gonna take a long time to solve, and as of right now, I don't think there's gonna be anything that stop people from using it. Hello Nihan, welcome. We're talking about AI art. Have you tried any of those? And yeah, let's come back to the initial topic. So I tried Midjourney, I tried DALL-E 2. I also tried some of the very early ones. I don't know if any of you guys remember. There was a website where you can draw cats. You just draw whatever shape, and it turned the shape into a cat. And there was also you can draw some really awful abominations. Some really creepy cats with like 3 ears and a million eyes and stuff. And there was also this website you can paint. You just use a paintbrush that's called Sky. You can paint some sky, you can paint some mountains, you can paint some water. You click generate, and it generates a landscape image based on what you painted. And that was like a long time ago. That was like what? I don't know, 5-10 years ago or something. And that's how things started. And then now, like in the past year or two, or like also the past couple months, it developed so fast. And recently there is this one called NovelAI. It's the one that we made the stream about Panda in space. That company, they have a text generator, which is, as we tried, it's really legit. It makes proper stories, and you just need to give it direction, then it gives you a lot of inspiration, and then it helps you a lot. So they trained something. They trained an anime model specifically designed for like people who like anime and online kind of digital art and cartoons and things like that. And they made it really, really good. And you can look for images, you can check online, you can search about NovelAI anime or something like that. It's really good. It came out like very, very recently. And people have been trying that, and they've been like charging money for that. You can't do it for free. So people have been charged money for that. And then last week, somebody leaked all the training models. And I'm very sorry for them, but I don't see a way of like that model is out there. Everybody has it now. And there is no way they can take things back. So now people are taking the model, people are setting up their own local interface and softwares and stuff, and loading the model. And everybody at home, they can do the same thing. And other company can take their model, they can work on it. There is no way you can find out. It's just out there now. Let's say if you develop a program, and that's like, let's say you made a coming back to the camera idea. Let's say if you made a blueprint of a really good camera. Nobody had a camera until you designed it, you build it, works great. You started renting it out, people can take pictures. Somebody released your blueprint. Now everybody make a camera. All the companies make a camera. I'm sorry, but you're fucked. For NovelAI, they're really it's a really big problem for them, I imagine. But on the other hand, I think this is gonna really, really boost the development, the overall development and application of AI-generated art. Let's say, you know what? Let me show you some of the arts that I made from NovelAI. Because they are like too good. So first of all, I tried Fira again because Fira is like My default testing target. So I throw in Fia's picture, and I didn't write. I think I wrote like character concept or something, and this is what it came out. This is what it made. I am genuinely impressed. Like, I am genuinely impressed. The face looks fine. I guess you can say the arm is missing, but you can also say the arm is like behind stuff. Hair goes appropriately. It interpreted the ears as heads, like headgear. Everything looks totally fine. I like how it hit the hand. Yeah, that's totally. I just, I can't pick a mistake with this image. I guess if I zoom really in, I can probably find something that's not right. But I think, for an artist, for a very amateur artist like me, I can fix this image in like half afternoon, and then have a perfect character. The quality is enough if I'm making a game. If I'm making like the next level Genshin Impact. I'm gonna make a gacha game and put her in there. I don't see a problem. I don't see. I think it totally works. And people who make this for a living, they're gonna be like, yo, that's not real art, I hate this. But also, I think people who make this for a living, you need to check this. You need to check this out. You need to start using this so that you use it for making a living. So what you're saying is be on lookout for anime gacha games in the next few weeks. Yeah, or like, in the next year. Within next year, you're gonna have like a lot of newer characters. Start saving your money because you have to pay them now because it's gacha. But yeah, it's genuinely good. And another thing I tried is you remember this character I made. I like the design a lot. I never finished it. This is as far as it went. And I put it in there. And I got this. Did it have all the details that I really like? No. Did it have the leaf in the front? No. But does it look legit? Yes. Can I work on this? Yes. I can erase the middle part. I can put the coriander in there. I can redo the clothes, different part of the clothes. That saves me how much time? Days of time, considering how slow I am on drawing stuff. And if I'm making a gacha game, she's in there. And people gonna say, like, yeah, no, this is AI art, you're not a real artist. Yeah, I'm not a real artist. I mean, there's part that's me contributed. There is another part is something that I used the tool, and it worked on what I started on. Is this art? I think it's art. Is this the same kind of art? Probably not. Does it achieve the same result? Depends on what you're using it for. Are you using it for like proving how good you are at drawing? I guess you shouldn't be using this to prove how good you are at drawing. As if, like, I'm sure some people just post this out there like, oh, I draw this character. Don't do that. I think that's like That's as ridiculous as posting a picture that you take from a camera and you said you painted in oil painting. Don't do that. That's just stupid. But it's still art, I think. It's still, for example, if I'm making a game, that works in the same way. For example, if I'm posting it out so that people can enjoy watching it or looking at it, that's the same as well. That works the same way. So different tools, different process, same result, different type of art, but same type, similar kind of appreciation. Going forward with AI at this stage is super effective tool to create concept ideas and trying things out. Yeah, definitely. And what it's during today's lunch, I was in a webinar about some kind of software about drawing architecture and stuff. I think the guy called it low precision prototyping or something like that. And I think that's how AI is right now, and it's gonna get better. It starts with low precision. Maybe it's gonna be high precision in a couple of months or in a year or something. Maybe it's gonna get higher and higher. In the end, it's just precision prototyping. So yeah, it's just a new thing, and it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there, and I don't think it should affect people who like to paint traditionally. I think they enjoy the joy that you get from painting, like watercolor, oil painting. You still get it from. You don't get it from comparing yourself with other people, do you? If that's where you get your joy from, maybe consider something else where you can compare yourself with. But if you get your joy from actually painting things, I don't think this is gonna hurt you. And it's only gonna hurt you if you make a living with this and not catching up. And as a professional, you should be catching up. And that's just how being professional is. You need to catch up with technology. You need to be at the forefront of things. Otherwise, you will be pushed away by the new generation. And yeah, and I think for example, if you're working on character design, you don't know how the character is gonna look like. You're like, okay, I'm thinking about a girl that's white hair and rabbit-like, and let's put it in AI. And in 2 minutes, the AI makes you 20 arts. And you can go through them. You can okay, this one looks fine, this one looks fine, let's work on this one further. Or you can be okay, these 20 arts, it's a good direction. How about okay, I don't like the color of the cloth, I don't like the overall vibe, let's refine it. So white hair, a rabbit girl, maybe with green clothing and a hint of pink, put it in the eye, you get 20 more. And then you're okay, let's refine this further. In the end, you get one in the end. I'm okay, that's something I like. Let's take it out because AI can't work on it further at this stage. Let's take it out. Let's manually finish it. Or maybe AI can finish it. In that case, take it out, use it. That's it. Because then it's just, if you're thinking about art as in creating stuff, let's say you're making a book, you need illustrations. Generate the exact image that you want. Put it in there, finish your artwork. Your artwork is not this image, your artwork is everything including this image. And I think that's gonna be how it is. And you still need to give direction. And it's still gonna take effort. You still have to think. But the AI is helping you with getting faster to what you imagined in your mind. And without this, you could hire an artist, or you could be the artist. You could spend the whole afternoon doodling some different colors and trying out things and okay, this one works. And if you're an artist, you're not making variations, I think you're not professional enough. Hot take. You need to be prototyping for any professional artist. As in you need to think about different variations. You need to test things out. You can't just be like, okay, I imagine this, I'm gonna finish this thing. That's how I imagine. Then you're not gonna have a strong concept. And that's which is a thing that differentiate professional and non-professionals. It's like how to refine your concept, how to make it stronger. And I mean, of course, if I'm making it for fun, I'm not gonna care. I'm just gonna think about it. And also maybe you have enough experience, you know what is better and what is not. But in that case, maybe you should prototype some different things. There's always room for prototyping if you want to. And that will always get you further and faster. But then now you have AI, it helps you. I also have some other arts of Red Pandas. First, I tried character sheets or character design, and I got something like this, which I really, really like, and it might crash my OBS. Oh, it didn't. I think this is so cute. I think this looks so nice. It's just very sketchy. Things doesn't look quite right, but then you get all the different expressions, and you get a character. You get a character, and you get the vibe of it. So it's not only about making beautiful drawings. It does help you with actually designing stuff. In this case, this is not a good artwork. Things doesn't work. There's 4 ears for some reason. The face, the eyes is kind of not right. The eye colors are not matching. But just looking at this drawing, I can think of a character. It conveys a different type of message, and so I guess now we're showing this is not only threatening the people who do beautiful artworks. This is also threatening to. I'm saying threatening, but this is also going to be a tool for people who don't need beautiful artworks, just need to explore stuff. And that. And I'm also thinking, so, they train these models based on images online. They loaded all the images, put it in the machine, and then they try to refine the model by saying what is good and what is bad, I guess. And earlier I'm thinking, what if they train the AI based on, let's say, speed painting? Let's load all the speed paintings on YouTube. Let's train the AI based on speed painting so that it knows when the drawing is finished and when it's not. And then let's build it in Photoshop. Let's build it in Clip Art Studio, Clip Paint Studio. And you start a drawing. Halfway there, you're like, okay, I'm kind of tired. I have an overall thing that I have done. Click a few buttons, the AI helped me to draw a step further based on what it learned from learning from the speed painting and all the processes. It knows how to progressively build a painting. Let's click up a couple buttons. And then it's like, okay, and now I reach another milestone. I'm like, okay, this looks good. Let me adjust this and let me change this a bit. Change the color and lighting, add a bit lighting here. Now AI, go. I have given you input. You can keep going. So in my mind, that is totally achievable. And I think that is going to happen as well. It is like having your personal artist. You have the idea, you do your big brush of how you think it's gonna look and give it to your artist, and your artist kind of draw the rest and then give it back to you, and it's like, okay, you're making progress, but I don't quite like here and here and here, and change it. That's another way of looking at it. And I think that's also very, very possible. And I can feed this into that, and then fix all the small stuff and add details and stuff. I really like that character concept. Reminds me a bit of Jocat. From the vibe, at least, it's crazy AI generated character can be so expressive. Yeah, but it's facial expressions. It's limited, right? There's only so many facial expressions, and I specifically like the face on the right. Just peeking. It's outside the frame, but it's got this little cat mouth and then the smirky face. The hair totally doesn't make sense. There's hair popping out above, and it doesn't make sense. But it's like the angle, the face. It really, really tells the story. And then I can also show you guys some other stuff. I tried a lot of other Red Panda stuff. Here is one that I really like. I just put myself in the AI and I got this. Cute. Right? Cute. And what I can do, and I'm probably going to, is I'm going to take it in Photoshop. I'm going to correct all the hair colors. I might put the glasses on it. I'll use it as a profile picture. Is that me? Close enough. Is that the female version of me? Close enough. So, I mean, and took the program like 20 seconds to make, and I like it. I'm sorry, all the Fiverr artists that I commissioned to make profile pictures, but I think this is enough for what I want. And if you're a Fiverr artist, maybe you should get the AI and right. If you're making a living from this, maybe you should get the AI and start selling it. And if you're getting angry because this is not art, why are you getting angry for making other people making money? If you're enjoying doing it, you do it. You don't do it for money. You do it for fun. And if you're doing it for fun and jealous of other people who do it for money, that does it fast but doesn't enjoy the process, I fail to understand the logic. And maybe there is no logic. Maybe it's just like, I spend so much time, I should be able to do better than you. But what is better? Are you only talking about the result? Because if you're only talking about the result, sorry, they do better than you, and it's just a fact. And that's just how technology is. They will take what you do and they will do it better. But if you enjoy the process, you enjoy the process. Here's another one. And maybe what I said is really hot take. Here's a hot one. This one is very hot, right? There's fire. There's armor, like angry-ish face. I think, and then you start to get effects and stuff. You get beyond what you normally would paint in an anime. You start to get photoshopping fire stuff. And cool. Cool, right? When do we get smug, Yomo? Isn't this one pretty smug? I think it's pretty smug. And then, as I said earlier, AI. I can have variations. I can wait for 2 minutes, I can get 20 variations. Here you go, that's a variation. Same image, same angle, same fire and stuff, different style. Bigger ears, cuter face, I don't know, smoother lighting, more stylized fire. Variations. And you can get more variations. You can go for this one. Here, similar angle, a bit more furry-ish. No fire. And then you can get more variations. And all of these take me, 10 minutes, 5 minutes to tweak. You can get extra variation. You get you get very different variation. What if you don't like the whole angle and concept? Let's go for another one. Same character. Or very similar character. And I also really like this one. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. Maybe I should do my hair. Maybe my next model should be like a hair like this. Maybe I should do hair like this. I kind of dig this hair. And then earlier I was also tweaking clothes, and I ended up with this one. I think it's quite cute. It's a little bit also a bit more on the furry side, I guess. Like the proportion of the face and facial features and body features. But, I think it's cute. And I think the clothes is cute. I started with my brown jacket and I'm like, okay, everything is too brown. I don't like it. What if we add a little bit of blue? So I wrote it in the lines. I'm like, I want a little bit of blue in my clothes. Here it is. Looks great. And then you can change styles. You can go for a very different style here with Japanese looking characters that's not Japanese. Can we get GigaChat Yomo? Okay, everybody join Discord server if you're not, and I'll post the GigaChat photo afterwards after the stream, because streaming needs my graphic card and I can't generate pictures because that's gonna crash my stream. And a while ago I also tested Penguin Tuber. I put Penguin Tuber in there. I got this. This is very good. Right? This is very good. I don't know how to comment on this. I think this is good. I like it. As a normal anime art enjoyer, as an ordinary anime art enjoyer, I like it. And that's what matters for me as an anime art enjoyer. And as an artist, this is a great tool. It helps me do stuff faster and helps me prototyping. I like it. As someone who make, let's say, if I'm making games, I guess art commissioner, it saves me money, makes pretty good result. I like it. The only thing I am not is, I guess I do enjoy painting. And I guess from that aspect, this has nothing to do with me painting. I am going to paint what I want to paint, and I am going to enjoy painting them. So this is something else. And I guess that's the conclusion of of today's stream. Because honestly, I think that's all I wanted to say. I think that's all, that's my way of looking at it. And I think this is going to really, really be implemented around everything. I think this is totally going to be everywhere. I can't imagine, this technology dies. I think it's too good to die. And this is the background. Is this background enough for, let's say, I don't know, text simulator game? Text simulator, what do you call that? Visual novel. Is it enough for a visual novel? I think this is good enough, right? If you think this is not good enough, it will become good enough. And before it's good enough, you can use it. Let's say I want to make the best quality visual novel. You can use this as a prototyping tool. You test out the stuff, you find the scenes that you like, you send it to your real artist, they paint. They can even paint on top of it, add details. They can change the whole thing. They can do whatever they want. If they don't have time, you don't have time to pay so much money for the artist, they can paint over it, and you can get the quality that you like. And maybe in a couple of years, we might get next step tool in Photoshop. Maybe in a couple more years, you can get even more intense stuff. And maybe in a year or two, we can get games where it just generates images. We no longer need files for pictures. Maybe it's just generating the pictures. Maybe everything is just spontaneously, what do you call that? Parametric? No, it's procedural generated. Let's say I'm not generating, for example, I'm making a dungeon. Nowadays, when you say procedural generation, you're saying the dungeon's layout. And maybe in a year or two, you're gonna have the textures being procedural generated, the art style, the environment, the actual content of the dungeon is gonna be procedural generated. And I think it's cool. It opens up to new possibilities and takes some people's job, I guess. But if you're doing job like this, look into it. And you need to evolve. Just like as technology is evolving, people who are doing this for a living, you need to evolve. And that's what I think. And I guess that's the stream today. I think we're about 1 hour mark. And that's all the talking we're gonna do about AI art. Let's say in a year, let's come back to this topic. Let's see if what happened. Let's see if everybody is still alive and the Earth is still here. We'll talk about the progress in a year or something. And before that, thank you for coming to today's stream. And I'm gonna go play with this more. I'm gonna go play with this more. And oh yeah, I'll post the Giga Chat. I'll post the Giga Chat Yomo in Discord server. I will see how that looks. Otherwise, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow on Twitch. Yeah, maybe tomorrow on Twitch. I need to finish the Halloween art. See, I'm still doing traditional art. I'm still drawing stuff. Maybe tomorrow on Twitch we'll try to finish the Halloween art. And then next week, from next Monday, I won't be around. I will be going to Germany for the whole week. We might have some IRL streams if I can set everything up. I kind of messed a lot of things up. I changed my router, so all the port forwarding has to be changed. It's getting complicated. So let's see if I can fix it. if I can, we might stream a little bit in Germany. Otherwise, I might have a collab with Chip, and it's all going to be on Twitch. So there is no Panda Talk next Thursday. So there's no Panda Talk on YouTube, only spontaneous streaming on Twitch. Yeah, cool. Thank you everyone for coming, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.